Ooh. Would you look at that? Today, from big to small, I've brought it all. That's right. Today's video is going to be about gear that I rarely or never use. My next point is to give credit where credit is due. And that's to give credit to my friend, Daniel Booper Boupre, a real good friend of mine that suggested I do just this. Let's start with these things. Trekking poles. I rarely use them. I don't have anything against them necessarily. In fact, I'll often carry one. But these trekking poles I brought tonight have a special surprise for you. And I've actually never brought this particular set. I'd like to say I don't usually bring Monster, but I usually do. One of the items I brought that I don't normally bring backpacking, in fact, I've probably only brought it once or twice, is my drone. And yes, before you start, crisscross will make you, before you start judging me for flying this, it's a quiet place where there is no humans. I am well off the beaten path. And here's proof that I can legally fly it. And finally, let's check out some of the fruits of my labor. So the drone, again, was 3 pounds. This bag is another 3 pounds, and this is just full of gadgets that I don't normally carry on trail. So maybe we'll talk about one of them now. So even though this weighs next to nothing, a Mosquito head net is something I rarely carry. I guess back in the northern Minnesota hikes that I've done, I've been appreciative of it in the past. But out here, the mosquitoes don't get bad enough to where I feel like I need to wear this thing, because not only does it smell a little musty, I'm just not really all that fond of wearing a net over my face. So these are bath wipes, and think of them as a baby wipe on anabolic steroids. They are super, durable, and you can wipe a lot of your body parts down with this. As you can see, I'm wearing some Croc-ish shoes. I rarely bring camp shoes, but this is really nice. Another item I don't often carry is the large isobutane canister. But I did tonight, and just check the radar, and the storm's going to probably go south of me, at least the bad part. But with this weather, always seems to come the good old-fashioned Mosquito. So I brought something tonight that I like to use a lot, but rarely use. And that is the Thermacell Backpacker. I'll fire this up, give you a little report on how it's working in just a bit. The Thermacell seems to be working. I've had success with it in the past, and I do have bug spray on as well, but I'm mosquito free now. So tonight I will get to show you what I would call super deluxe party porch mode in the old Hammock. I don't know if I got it on audio, but there's this bird out here. It sounds like it's been doing some inbreeding. This is the Lumin Lantern. It is solar powered, USB rechargeable, awesome. But again, not something I bring on the regular. And then these bad boys. Ooh. Would you look at that? So how about that for a porch mode party? Although I would never really carry these trekking poles, they are fairly well built, and this is a cool feature for little trips like this. I mean, I got porch lights, man. How can you beat that? But beyond that, let's talk real quick about why I don't carry all this gear. And I want to just keep that real simple. It isn't because I don't like it all. It's because I like to pack up really fast. And right now, I feel a little bit overwhelmed with all this stuff. I like to keep things super simple, super minimal. And although these luxuries are really fun tonight, it's just not worth the extra weight. And if I had to guess totally, there's probably 8 extra pounds of stuff I carried with on this trip, and still more to come.
It's like a forest of white hair. Help me.
So I'm going to continue eating and snacking and listening to podcasts. I have a little signal up here. It's a super luxurious night. This ultra deluxe porch mode is actually really fun. So it proves that once in a while, it's fun to pull these gadgets out. At any rate, tomorrow morning, I will slowly, without an alarm, get up, make my way slowly back to the car, which is probably a quarter mile away, and go probably meet Mike. And the plan is Rick and Morty, where we will have another night of relaxation. We are just going to enjoy the camping part of backpacking this weekend. And I'll show you some more gadgets, and with any luck, Mike will bring some of whatever gadgets he has, even though he's probably more minimal than I am. So who knows what he'll bring? Maybe a can of soup. Maybe he'll come up with something. But I'll crawl in the hammock. If there's anything to show you between now and sleepy time, I definitely will. Otherwise, we'll see you in the morning. I tell you what, if we live in a simulation world, some Minecraft designer from the future did a really cool job. All packed up. Got an arduous quarter-mile hike back to the car. Let's go meet Mikey. It's official, I hate these things. I don't know, every 15 or 20 minutes. It's obnoxious. Sorry. Not sorry. New duds and old buds. Back on trail for another night of R&R. Got a grueling quarter-mile hike to camp. And Mike's carrying about 40 pounds, so I'm excited to see what he's got. How's the drive? How's the weather?
The weather's great.
Glad to be here.
Yes.
Like your shirt.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Yep.
Mike, you usually bring the BTR stool. What do you got today?
A boat anchor.
Mike, what would you say added the most to your weight on this trip?
The dog stuff.
You brought dogs.
Dogs, so dog food.
These two
extra
dogs?
sleeping bag, the foam pad, the sleeping bag, rain jackets. The list goes on.
Bridgeford. Time for a good old-fashioned barbecue, Mike.
It smells wonderful, though.
Yeah.
Serve with this meal. That I might get heartburn because of the red sauce.
You heard it here first, folks. Mike's afraid of heartburn. You want a bite?
No. No, you're still eating that.
Mike, a little later on, I brought you your own hammock to try in case you don't want to sleep in your tent. How do you feel about that?
No comment.
We'll make him at least try it out. Stay tuned. It's a very unique hammock. In case you didn't see my last video, Mike tried a hammock for the first time, and he's still on the fence, although he keeps asking me questions. I'm pretty sure he's really into it and just doesn't want to admit it. At any rate, I found the perfect hammock for Mike. It's ultra lightweight. It's another item I've never carried on trail, and I'm excited to try out. We're going to give Mike the first opportunity in case he wants to try sleeping in this thing. It's perfect for him. It's called the short hammock. See if I have any idea what it is not. It's going to work. All right, Mike. Just in case you don't want the tent tonight.
All right, get my pillow.
Super.
Why bring a chair? It's so comfy.
The world's lightest hammock Mike has discovered. I'll put the specs up on screen, but boy, does that look comfy.
So comfy.
So this is the Grail. It's heavy, but it does taste better, and it filters out something I can't remember. But this is one thing I'm bringing that I don't normally bring, along with a Nalgene bottle, which is just nice to use with this grill, because what I don't like about it is that after you filter your water, you got to pour it through this wide mouth into something. So you don't bring that table on every backpacking trip?
No. No, that'll sit on top of that, right?
Pour over kits are the arguably probably one of the tastier ways to make trail coffee, but I don't really bring this Apex Giant dripper mechanism often. But tonight we're celebrating with some good coffee. I wish it was Hilltop Packs. Whoa. There's only one side of this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 2 pounds of water. We only use 1 pound of water.
So we needed 4 pounds of water. Don't do it.
Je vais raconter, tu vas écouter. Je vais raconter, tu vas écouter. Je suis fier de toi toute la nuit. Je suis fier de toi dans ma vie. Hey, hey,
Be quiet. The light's shining in my eyes. Mike, you know the last thing you rarely bring on a trip? A bad attitude.
No, it's not that uncommon. That's
Mike's grumpy just because his dog always poops in his tent. I mean, I don't even understand why he'd get bent out of shape about that. So that does it for this little trip. It was an absolute gas bringing all that extra stuff and spending extra time at camp. Just being lazy. There's a lot of ways you can backpack, and sometimes it doesn't have to involve a ton of hiking to get out there, enjoy nature. We'll see you on the next one.